Before we get into the video, I have something super exciting that I want to share with you guys. As you may or may not know, me and my friend Paige have a little small business. We take discarded, thrifted items and turn them into art pieces, and we're so proud of them, you guys. We have so much fun doing this. We try to make everything sustainable. We try to do everything secondhand. We have an Etsy shop and we've had it for a while. It's always linked in my description, but we got approved for a booth space at a store called The Painted Tree. It's in Chandler, Arizona. The booth is officially set up. We're not fully done decorating yet, so if you happen to stop by, I promise it'll look good eventually. We just fixed it up the other day and it looks significantly better than when we originally set it up, but still. We're so excited and we are so proud of the things that we have made. So if you're in Arizona or if you're in the Chandler area and you want to stop by, and then obviously with us needing to have inventory for the store, a lot of things have been taken off of our Etsy, so different things will be available in the store versus online. It's kind of hard because everything is unique, everything's one of a kind. But I will have the Etsy link down below if you're not able to visit our little shop in person, but if you are, I would love to see it. If you guys go, like, take a picture or something, I don't know, send me your favorite piece. But that's all I wanted to say for now. I promise I'll stop rambling. Let's get into the video. Hey y'all, I'm feeling so overstimulated by my hair right now. I might have to put it up. I thought half up, half down would be okay, but it's just, this clip is not strong enough. You guys don't even understand. I am so tempted to shave my head sometimes. I'm not gonna do that. But I'm back and I have more creepy stories. We're diving back into creepy dating stories. So this says, what were some scary experiences that you had on a dating app? Where to start? My last boyfriend I found on a dating app. He turned out to be a psycho who physically restrained me from leaving the house after breaking up with him, tried to run me off the road, and would say shit like he wished his yeah, we're not gonna get into that part. Still dealing with that trauma years later. Also, there was a dude who seemed fine over the phone and text, but gave off major serial stalker, possible killer vibes in person. Like, he tried to force me to hug him after the first date despite me being clearly uncomfortable. I blocked him on everything and he found other ways of contacting me. I threatened to report him to the military police for stalking. He was in the army. I think they may have done something to fuck him up in the head. I will never understand, like, when you're blocked, how is that not an obvious enough? It's not even like a hint. Like they don't want to talk to you. Why do people feel like they have to go around that and find other ways? My top 2 scariest dating experiences are: 1, this guy was a decent level of attractiveness. We exchanged pleasantries and he was all like, "You want to do something fun?" I got a funny feeling about it and asked him if he meant a date. He proceeds to tell me yes and invites me out for drinks at a local motel. I block immediately. Turns out it was possibly the shopping cart serial killer, and I look like his dead girlfriend. Who's the... Okay, number 2, I was chatting with some dude, and he said or did something that I found triggering. I was in a previous abusive relationship and had worked with many offenders. Turns out the dude had an extensive history of domestic violence. Okay. Went on a date with this guy. He told me when he walked me to my car after dinner that he thought we were more compatible as friends. Wasn't a big deal, and I stopped texting him. About a month later, I found a note on my car from him saying he did DoorDash to my apartment complex and recognized my car. To your complex, so not even to you. Those notes showed up a few times a week for a month until I threatened to call the police. That literally reminds me of the time I got rear-ended. This guy hit my car. We got into a car accident. My dad ended up weirdly being at the coffee shop right next to where I got into the accident, because I'm like calling my dad like somebody just hit me. My dad like walks outside, he's like, "Hey, you're fine, like your car's more damaged than hers, you figure it out, we'll be good." I was on my way to work and I had my work uniform on. He came to my job that was like at least 20 minutes from where the accident occurred. Anyways, drove to my work, left me a note on my car. Then there was this guy who got mad that I fell asleep and didn't reply to him for 4 hours. We had only been talking for that day. He found me on Instagram with my generic ass first name, sent racist messages, and I blocked him plus unmatched him on the app. I guess we had a mutual because when she posted a story 2 days later tagging us at the hot springs 35 minutes away, he showed up and waited in the parking lot for us to come out to ask why I unmatched. Like, I'm maybe a 6 on a good day, I don't deserve this. I don't believe you. You're not a 6, I guarantee ya. But he's like a negative 1,000 showing up. Okay, that would be fucking weird for anyone, but the fact that you guys talked for like less than a day and also sent you racist messages and then has to ask why you unmatched, as if What? Oh my god. I do not understand what goes on in these little pea brains. I had rejected a guy via Snapchat on my birthday because I was not interested in relationships at that point. He proceeded to find me on Hinge and sent me a screenshot of my profile the next day in an attempt to prove me wrong on my views of dating. Take the hint, brother. Walking with a guy on a dim road, there were people, but not many. He proceeds to say, "You know, this is where Jack the Ripper did most of his killing." I was so nervous about how I was going to get back home in that same direction. I walked with my keys between my fingers. He didn't seem dangerous or anything, but oh my god, why would you say that? No, serious. And like not really knowing someone too and saying that is just... True story. Met and went on a date with a psycho cop. Like, dude was truly psycho. He told me he was 35, but he was actually 43. He sent a lot of weird videos to me through the app's messages, like he was singing to me. But some of the songs were strange. What? If a man sent... Actually, I'm going to go into a story in a second. He claimed he was trying to be goofy. He also weirdly hated the state highway patrol. He said he was a city cop. He kept saying that both on the app and on our first date, just digging at state highway patrol. I thought it was weird, and I noticed after our first date, he drank a lot. He also made a weird comment that he couldn't find out a lot about me. So at first, I thought he meant like Facebook or something, which I have set to private. But as he kept going in on state highway patrol, I realized he meant he looked me up in the police system. Thing is, I'm a teacher with no record, so you're not gonna find anything about me except maybe where I live. I decided to Google him. That's how I found out his age, but I also found out he lied about his name. Like, he said his name was something like Eric, but it was Josh or something. And the name he gave was his middle name. I found so many... Okay, that's like... If some people go by their middle names, so I feel like that's not like the craziest thing, but anyways. I found so many articles about him being pulled over by state highway patrol, his arrest, his suspension from his police department for multiple DUIs. So he hates the state highway patrol because in the article and in the court dockets, he was trying to get them to let him go because he was a cop, and cops look out for each other. The officer who pulled him over responded to him in the video, "Sir, I look out for everyone and you are too intoxicated to be driving." He then started berating the officer and resisted arrest and was taken to jail. That is a good cop. He is not. Needless to say, I didn't contact him again. Good. The whole like, I'm a cop, so you have to let me get away with anything, like, brother, you are not above the law. In fact, you should be held to a higher standard than like the average citizen. Nobody should be drinking and driving, obviously, but you know what I mean. When they were talking about the part of him sending videos of him singing, I was about to say if a man ever sang to me, that would be the end. I have something to admit. There was a guy I was seeing very briefly, like over a year ago. I don't even remember when it was. It was obviously before I met my boyfriend, but he would, oh god, I like don't even know how to say this without just absolutely cringing at myself. You guys, he would play guitar and sing. He would, oh my god, I let a man do that. Oh my god, he would play guitar and sing to me. Like, in all seriousness, you guys, it was not like funny, ha. Oh my god, and I have to tell you guys something else. He's like, if I learned a Taylor Swift song, will you sing? He asked me to sing. You guys, I can't sing. And I said yes, because he was really bad at the guitar, so I really didn't think he'd be able to learn a song. And he did. You guys, he did. He learned a song. And he tried to get me to sing. And I just kept laughing. And I said, I don't want to do this. And the part that really sticks with me is, oh my god, when I refused to sing, he goes, "But I sang for you." I said, "I didn't ask you to. I didn't ask. I actually don't want you to do that." Oh, that was a low moment for me, you guys. Okay, moving on. One time I was talking to this guy. This was a while ago, so I can't remember exactly what was said between us. All I remember is that he said something that I wasn't comfortable with, so I blocked him. The bastard then found me on Facebook and tried to continue the conversation. This was around the time a black woman wound up dead after a Bumble date with a bald-bearded white man. The guy I was talking to was a bald-bearded white man. They really could have been the same person. Yeah, fuck that. I had to block him again and again with like if you are blocked or even unmatched for that matter, take the not even hint, take it. It's rejection. That is rejection. And girl, same with the bald white man. Not exactly scary, but definitely off-putting. I matched with this guy and we talked for like 2 weeks before finally going on a casual date. He did not look like his pictures at all and was significantly shorter than he claimed to be, always. I then texted him that I wasn't interested and pretty much went silent on him. He continued to text me like we were friends and even followed me on Instagram despite me never giving him my last name. My first name is pretty generic. Sometimes I read these stories and I'm like, I wonder if there is a story about me on here, because I've done that, if I'm being completely honest. Okay, no, actually, no, I haven't done that. I shouldn't say that. I have been able to find people just their generic first name. I have been able to do that. We all stalk people, like, shut up. But this was, again, a long time ago, but there was a guy who I had matched with on like Bumble, I think, and on Bumble, the girl has to message first, and if you don't within 24 hours, you lose the match. So I matched with this guy. I had forgotten to message him, and so it went away, and I was like, whatever. I either paid $10 to like be able to speak to him, or I find his ass. I found him. He had a very generic first name. I was able to find his Instagram, messaged him. He thought it was a scam when I messaged him. Yeah, that ended really badly. Okay. Didn't happen to me, but my friend's mom went on a Tinder date around Halloween last year, and she met the guy at a movie theater for the first date. They went out for drinks after the movie, and he walked her to her car. She drove home and walked up their townhouse stairs, only to later find out that he had followed her home. How did she know this? He texted her when she got inside and told her that she left her trunk open. She looked at her Ring camera and saw that her trunk was open. My friend said her mom called the cops, and they did go to his home to confront him, and he pretended like he just wanted to make sure she got home safe. You don't just follow someone home without their permission. Also, if you wanted to know if she got home safe, text her. Following me home, no, that he followed me home. I did not get home safe. Luckily for my friend's mom, her ex-boyfriend has moved back in, and they're now back together, so she hopefully doesn't have to worry about that weirdo. I'm still confused though as to why he would even follow her home. Was he waiting for her to come back outside to maybe hurt her? Or was he just being a gentleman? She lived about 20 minutes from the movies and lounge they drank at. She said she had went in her trunk to grab some gym stuff before coming inside, so it's not like it was open when she left him. No, that's so weird. Because also, that's not even being a gentleman. That's weird. Okay, that was actually a really short thread. That was all of them. I think I skipped like a couple, but they weren't like insane. Oh wait, actually, what? Okay, I missed this one. I matched with this really attractive guy. We talked for one day, and he asks me randomly, what would you do if we had a son and he saw you in your panties? The way I instantly blocked and reported that critter. Oh, critter is diabolical, but I love that. What do you even mean? Like, what are you talking about? One time this guy told me he was 35, but he was actually 43. See, I feel like there was another story actually where somebody literally lied about the exact same. Oh, wow. I missed those two because they were at the very top, and I was like skipping past this other one, and I guess I accidentally skipped more. The very first one just says, got catfished. He told me he was catfishing me, and he sends me his real picture. I lose interest, and he puts my number on a back page site with some random girl's picture, and random guys begin texting me. That's terrifying. I don't know why I didn't want to read that one, actually. Also, to like admit that you were catfished, what was the point then? If you're gonna send me your real picture anyways, what was the point? I don't know if they have this weird thing in their brain where they're like, maybe I can just get her with my personality. I don't know. And it's like, yeah, you can have the world's best personality, but if you started this out on a lie and you are a completely different person than you say you are, I don't care. You can't even have a good personality and start this out on lying about who you are. Like, that's crazy. Okay, well, that's all I have for now. I hope you guys enjoyed. Be careful out there, ladies. It's a war zone. If you guys have any weird, creepy, scary dating stories that you want to share with me or the community, I will have my subreddit linked down below. I am, in fact, going to ramble at the end of this video. Shocker, I know. But for those of you that don't care, I love you guys so much, and I will see you in the next one. Bye. I know I have had that little ramble at the beginning of my last couple videos talking about the little shop that we have in Chandler, Arizona now. Or a little booth, I should say. But I've been going crazy making stuff because I want to like fill up the shop. It is pretty full right now, so I'm not going to take any of this stuff yet. Maybe, I don't know. Might take it and replace some stuff that's there. I don't know. But I want to show you some of the things I've made because I'm like in love with them. Okay, so I made this book a couple days ago. The title of it is We Shall Be Changed, and there's like little butterflies. And I found this, it's almost like a jewelry box, but I honestly hot glued it shut because I wanted to use it on a book. And I didn't want it to potentially fall off and break because I'm pretty sure it's glass. Anyways, has like, I'm pretty sure a real butterfly. It's not, what is it called? I don't know, a preserved butterfly in like a little thing. And it's so pretty, and it had these like fuchsia flowers, and I had fuchsia little flowers. And so I just made like a little river, and it's like, you know, where the butterfly is, it's all flourishing, and then it's like dead on the outside. I don't know, don't ask. And then I found these like little butterflies at Michael's. I love this book. I think it's beautiful and I'm like obsessed with it and I kind of want to keep it, but I know I shouldn't. I can't keep everything I make. That's my problem, is that I want to. And then actually yesterday, I found this book that says, "Oh, it's you," and it's love poems by cats. Oh, it's you. And then I found these little cats at Michael's and I just made it like a super simple, it's really tiny. I just made it really simple. So I'm just like, I love cats, obviously. Like, Nar, he's like, I'm a cat, pay attention to me. This could quite possibly be my favorite book I've ever made. I'm really happy with how this turned out. I was kind of nervous starting it because I wasn't sure if the vision I had in my head was going to like look good when executed, but I think it turned out honestly better than I even expected. And this is called The Hidden Life of Trees. And I made like a little like tree house kind of vibe with some butterflies. I actually wasn't going to use the butterflies on this book because I had just used butterflies on that one, but the tree looked really empty. I got the little door at Dollar Tree and then I added like branches, which I also wasn't like, that initially wasn't in my mind. I was just gonna make it like a tree, but I felt like it looked a little too plain. And so I tried to make it like, almost like kind of magical. My sister said it reminds her of the Magic Treehouse books. And I was like, I like love that. That's amazing. We used to read those as kids. And so I was like, wait, I kind of like, oh my God, what this? It's like so magical and so fairy vibes. And I really like this book and I really want to keep this one too. And I think it'd be cute like on a bookshelf, just standing up, because it can like stand, because the bottom of the door like sticks out. So I like loving it. I won't show you everything I made, but this one's also just right in front of me, so I'm gonna show you. It's just a floral arrangement, blue. I found this vase and I don't think I've ever really made, I think I've made one blue arrangement. And I found some blue roses the other day and I really loved this vase. And so I tried to do something a little bit different because I don't do like find the colors a lot. I like the most I do is like reds and pinks and stuff like that, and maybe yellow, but I wanted to try the blue and I really like how it turned out. I think it's really pretty. Sorry, I promise I'm done now. But yeah, I don't know if any of these will be listed on the Etsy. I think I might take these to the booth because I have stuff at the booth that I had previously had on Etsy, and so I can relist that stuff. It would just be a little bit easier than me having to like measure, weigh, package all of these and do all of that shit. Honestly, the stuff you have to do to get a listing like prepared for Etsy is kind of frustrating. When you're weighing it and measuring it, it has to be like the packaged weight and measurement or else the shipping price is wrong. So it's just honestly really annoying. And so I've already done the other things and that's kind of like a whole process. So I already have stuff done. I might as well just relist that stuff and not have to worry about doing all of that to these. I don't know. I'm gonna go though because I've been talking for a really long time. My throat is dry. But I love you guys so much. So very much. See ya.